So you have this rounded shoulder posture. What's the big deal? Why do I need to care about it? Let's talk it out. So when you have this kind of rounded position, you are always going to see there being a lot of neck tension because a lot of the muscles that connect at the shoulder blade also connect up at the base of the neck. So with this falling forward, we're gonna see poor tracking here, but we're also gonna see over time wear and tear on the shoulders. This bone, when it is tracking forward, eventually you can lose the ability to even reach overhead because that bone is not sitting all the way back in the joint like it's supposed to be able to clear different movements of the shoulder. This is why over time you start seeing people with issues in their rotator cuff, issues with disc problems in their neck, a lot of different muscle tension, and a lot of times this can even create bicep problems in the front of the shoulder because that bone is constantly nagging at that tendon. So what can we do about all of this? One of the biggest things we can do long term is going to be to strengthen the muscles responsible for pulling the shoulders back. We also want to stretch the muscles in the front of our chest that can be drawing us forward. We want to make adjustments where we can to focus on better ergonomics. And we want to make adjustments where we can to just keep that shoulder in better alignment. Check out my posture essentials attached to this video for full guided workouts to help you start addressing posture. Let's talk about forward head posture and why it's so important to pay attention to ergonomics or / how you sit and position yourself. So above here, you can see how different positions change the stress that goes to the disc in between our vertebrae. So when we are looking down at our phones in our lap, we are putting the most amount of stress we possibly can on those discs versus when we go closer to eye level, we're gonna be reducing the stress that goes there. Now the discs between our vertebrae are designed to take some of that stress, but over time when we're constantly putting the most amount of pressure, so we're stuffing a bunch of pillows behind our head, we're looking down at our laps, we are slowly going to see a breakdown of those discs. This can lead to bulging discs, herniations, nerve issues going down the arm, and all sorts of pain symptoms. So this is not to say that you're just supposed to be like this and hold yourself up, but you can use outside stuff to help you do this. It's really easy to sit and have that forward head posture when you're just relaxing on a couch, recliner, the things that naturally already kind of put you in that rounded position. So taking a towel, pillow, or blanket and just putting it behind your back to help to hold a more natural curve. Even if you can just do that a little bit, it can be helpful. And then put pillows, cushions, anything on your lap so that when you're using your phone, you're just paying attention to not going into the absolute worst amount of stress, and you're just trying to improve that angle. Even just 10 degrees can make a big difference. If you are feeling the constant need to stretch out your neck and it always just feels like you need a massage, you really might be dealing with some weak postural muscles. When we get those knots in our neck, it's not always because there is muscle tightness. It can really be correlated to muscle spasming because there's just not enough muscular support, control, and strength to hold yourself up in the way that your body's designed to be aligned. Stretching out muscle tension can be great and can relieve pain for sure, but if you are noticing patterns of your neck constantly respasming and this need very often to relieve tension up here can really point to the need that your body is needing more strength. So working on postural muscles is something that we can do, and it really doesn't take a lot. A little can go a long way, but when we're building all of the muscles around the shoulder blade, this upper neck, we're using muscle strengthen to hold ourselves up. This leaves our body feeling better as we move throughout the day, and it can save your body a lot of problems down the line. Check out my new posture series if you want guided videos for how to begin the journey of working on posture. Let's talk about rolled in and rounded shoulders. So from the front, you can see the back sides of the hands. You're often dealing with some rounded shoulders. And the issue with this excessive internal rotation is it blocks proper movement from happening in the shoulder joint. This can create impingement when going to do things such as reaching overhead and can cause wear and tear on the shoulder joint over time. Another issue we can see with this rounded shoulders is it can put a lot of stress on the muscles in the neck. When we have good postural strength and support, we're really not only protecting our shoulders, but we're also helping our neck and shoulders together work as they should. So let's talk about some ways we can address our posture. Stretching the muscles of the bicep, the chest, can help to open up the front part of our body from rounded shoulders. The second part is doing strengthening for the muscles that are around the shoulder that can help to draw those shoulders backwards, giving us better postural control. Let's talk about why we have to be more intentional about our posture today than previous generations before us. With the modernizing of our world today and the increased use of technology, we're spending a lot more time sitting down, and not just sitting, but sitting with actual support behind us. So you picture our cars, you picture our office chairs, we sit on couches, recliners. We almost always are sitting with some type of external support, basically doing the work of holding us up. You couple that with the increased use of using our cell phones, which often we're doing pretty unintentionally and keeping it down with our lap, we're creating like a perfect storm for a lot of dysfunction in the body. This is why I share the importance of being just intentional about how you position yourself and then to work on postural muscles just to accommodate for this difference.